Good morning, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. Hey guys, due to so many requests I've been getting about various different things about studio production, how things work, how you do things today with old video equipment. Today I thought I'd just post a little bit of a video of some of the work I do here and what's involved. You are looking at an IVC 1-inch machine. This is from the late 60s, early 70s. It's a very, very unique machine, very high quality machine. Anyways, I thought I'd do this as an example. I have a couple customer tapes to actually do this with. So, anyways, we're going to show you this. This is a black and white recording that's done on this machine, and it's home movies type of stuff. But this was a pretty prevalent machine in the 1970s or early 70s, late 60s. And anyways, this is a black and white color machine. This is an IVC 870, very nice unit. I rebuilt this machine, as you've seen on previous videos of the past. But I've had people ask me, do I need a time-based corrector? Is it really, really important? Does it make a very big difference? And all this kind of stuff. People that are just young people that didn't grow up using this stuff, or how television worked in the years past. Time-based correctors are very, very important, guys. Very, very important. Anyways, as you can see, we're running this video. Very good video signal. Extremely, extremely good. 90-95%. This videotape is not bad at all. And we're running it through our television time-based corrector down there, which takes up to 12 different pieces of equipment at the same time. This is one serious TBC, folks, and it's a television grade. It's got noise reduction, all the color adjustments. You could do all your levels. It's a really, really expensive one. $15,000, almost $20,000 for one of those, fully loaded with all the cards. Was used in television broadcast. So what we do here at Obsolete Video Services is we run everything through the equipment that it's coming off of after we restore it, like the AV5000A or the 1-inch Type C, no matter what it is. We'll run it on the piece of equipment if I'm able to wheel it in here and it's convenient for me. And I'll get the tapes clean, bake the tapes overnight, because these tapes have to be baked. You have to bake them. And you're able to get very, very good quality out of them once you actually bake your tapes and clean them and all that kind of stuff. But once you do that, you run them on the machine, and then we got to do all the levels and adjustments and everything else, because you want to get a good waveform of video. You don't want to be oversaturating your video. You want the levels to be 98. You don't want to go over the 100% peak if you can avoid it. And if you've got a good time-based corrector, you do all your adjustments down there. And if you have an audio switcher, you go through there, an audio balancer. You got to have a lot of equipment when you're doing this type of work, guys. This is a frame sync TBC. It's one of the best ones you could buy before they phased them out. And so basically we run everything through frame sync TBCs, which are very, very sophisticated time-based correctors. And we make the adjustments of the video levels and everything else. But it starts off really with the equipment like that you're coming off of. This is a type 1-inch type of machine. It's a alpha wrap type of machine. It was used this late 60s, early 70s by IVC. It was not a real popular format, but there's quite a few of these out there. So what we do is we run the tapes on the machine to start with. We run it through all the processes, and then we capture it to an MPEG-4 or ProRes, whatever they particularly want, and we get it to a file. It just depends on the tapes, and I mean IVC tapes are very, very bad, guys. So a lot of them have edge damage on the edge of the tape, which when there's no guide on this drum, it's slick. It's just one little peg on the back that adjusts your height of the tape scan on the scanner. And if you have edge tape damage, it's hard to keep the tape to play, tracking, and it just looks very funky on this machine. So anyways, we run everything on the 1-inch machine like this, get the tapes clean, get them baked, and we run them through a professional studio broadcast environment. That's how you get the best transfers possible. We will be doing that also on the AV5000A tapes. We got 65 of them coming. We run everything through my studio environment before it's captured to a MPEG-4 or captured to a ProRes, depending on what it is. But like I said, guys, it takes a lot of equipment to do this type of work if you get into doing stuff like this. And to answer your question to several emails I got, you got to have a time-based corrector. It's very, very important. Videotape is very unstable. You get glitches, you get jumping around, you get tracking issues, you get lockup issues, all kinds of things that a time-based corrector can help you out with. That's why you have one in between. I recommend having a scope as well so you can monitor your signals when you're doing these. You want to make sure you get the best video envelope as possible. Video envelope is the signal on the scope. You want to make sure you get the best signal possible when you're doing these. And if you got a really, really good TBC, you should be able to do some great production work, such as this. So anyways, guys, I hope that answered your question. Time-based correctors are very, very important. Good video transfers can be done. It depends on the tapes. It depends if they're sticky or if they're not sticky. You got to bake them. You got to clean them. And then you got to run them through really professional equipment. I do not recommend these cheap time-based correctors that you get off eBay. They're garbage. If you're going to do it the right way and invest a lot of money in a good time-based corrector. If you're doing videos similar along the lines that I'm doing with this really old stuff, the machines have to be restored, guys. You have to do some repairs. You got to make sure the machines are working really, really well. And if you're working with like the Sony AV5000As, if you even have one, these machines have to be completely restored or you're going to just get crappy color and crappy video playback out of them. As far as all the other machines, a lot of broadcast machines, you don't have to do a hell of a lot with it. This Type C I did have to rebuild with new cards and other things. A lot of other decks. You know, video equipment nowadays have a lot of problems. They need a lot of rubber belts, guides, tires, and different things. And they do need to be restored before you do vintage video recovery. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video.